Hey, what's up everybody? River Track. Let's just get through the first bit of water. It shouldn't surprise me, but it always does. Guess it is a long weekend here in Tassie. March 11 today, and geez, probably a good dozen cars there. Bustling little place at the River trackhead. (9 AM ish, Saturday, March 11, 2023, and on the cards for me this weekend, just a 2-day hike, River Track, out and back with an overnight in the new Pelion Hut kind of area. Nice cool morning. It's probably low single digits, about 5-6 degrees. Going through Deloraine this morning, it's amazing. Pea soup fog, hot air balloon just above the fog. Really pretty. And the weather for this coming weekend, so it's going to be like it is today, hopefully. Just cloudy, cool, cloudy. Maybe we might get a little bit of rain this afternoon, tomorrow morning. Nothing major, a couple of mil. Slightly unusual for me. Some of these trees are monsters. In that I only just come off the back end of my Shadow Lake hike at Lake St Clair. That was only a couple of weeks ago. Just a day hike, but I needed to get away, so phone's off. Heading to a place like Pelion, there's no reception. Just clocking out of the world for the weekend. Trying to get my head realigned. I love this track. I've never done it full end to end. I've done it a few times, probably to about halfway up to the Pillinger turnoff. So well familiar with this first half, and back half, yeah, this would be my view of the whole River Track experience. So that's about 11k from the trailhead to New Pelion Hut. About 300 metres or so in elevation gain. This first part of the track, yeah, cruisy. Just flat, quick, open kind of trail till we get to this big tree crossing. Just a few days ago, earlier on the start of the week, we had our big first snow dump for 2023. Snow down to about 700 or so metres. I saw on the Cradle Mountain webcam that snow was about halfway down to Dove Lake. So it's going to be interesting to see. And even yesterday, you could still see snow on the webcam. We got a good chunk of rain in the Tamar Valley, so it's track I reckon will be pretty wet, but hopefully we might get a little bit of snow. We'll see a little bit of snow. Temperatures are going to be pretty nippy tonight, if not close to below zero. Classic kind of mornings, just dead calm. The sound of distant waterfalls. There we go. So first 10 minutes, like I say, just on that flat open track. And here we reach the big tree trunk crossing. Good flow of water. So there is a cable up here to grab hold of. Not that slippery, just a bit damp. So I'm rocking it solo this weekend. Heading to our, for both of us, kind of our spiritual hiking home of Pelion Hut. With all the baggage that comes with it. Pretty much just after that log crossing, up you go. This first half hour or so, just going to zigzag our way up kind of along the side, following this waterfall up the top, up onto the plateau. It's good, the zigzags, they get you up top quickly. About halfway up the zigzags. See, last time I was here, this was barely, it's just the smallest trickle. A bit hard to see in the glare, but you gain a lot of that altitude, total altitude, on these zigzags. So you get some of the views out to the valley and start to open up. It's beautiful. There's the steep section of the zigzags. It doesn't last that long. You're up through it in 20 minutes or less, and then just this top part of the climb up, just a gentle kind of steady rise. As you can see in the distance, it just kind of starts to lower as you reach the plateau. Oh, there you go. There's Mount Pillinger off in the distance. Not quite on the top, but yeah, basically there now when you see Pillinger come into view. Track's not too bad. I thought it'd be a lot more wet. Now I know what to look for this time, so when I did Pillinger, when it was about a year or so ago, didn't even notice this. This was a lot more overgrown, so obviously somebody's given it some love and attention. You would not have known that was there. That's a direct route to Pillinger. Or you can do the loop. Yeah, so when you see this sign, that's the trick. Go back 10 metres if you're after that shortcut to Pillinger. It's nice up here on the plateau today. Got out, just kind of drifting by, starting to lift. Making good progress, so it's nice once you get up. That's top of zigzags, it just kind of drags on a little, just gnawing away uphill, and then you pop out onto a little flat kind of area just on the lead up to Lake Price. got to remember to look up at times. So Pelion, Lake Price. Oh look, you see people climbing up the ridgeline there. Bit cool and windy up there today. Kind of protected down here at the moment. It's a shame that you can't smell. It's just this Tasmanian smell. Different trees, the clean, fresh air, and everything slightly wet gives us that different kind of smell again. So just got to bottle it, make a mint, so there's perfume. When you do get to this little foot crossing, there, it's well worth, which we will do. Just go and have a look at, is it Lake Price or Tarn? Price Tarn, I don't know. But it's only at 30 seconds off the track. How spectacular is that? It's a nice little spot here. Quick break, quick smoko before we head off into the dense bush again. It is absolutely spectacular in here. And your own lake was just 30 seconds back there, but then you go into this moss covered wonderland. It's just amazing. Everything is just covered in moss. Wow. Biting that wind. I'm just popping out here on this planking. So you get all the, obviously Pelion's that one. Don't quote me, it's like Duquesne Range, kind of behind the cloud there. Cathedral to the left at somewhere, some point. About to get up to the Pelion turn off, which is as far as I've gone on this track, so pretty much from here on in. First time. Looking forward to it. We're about 3.5 or so K in, I think. Been pretty slow going on my standards. It's about done. Taking about an hour, hour and a half, hour 45 to do that. About 3.5 K. A lot of the tracks, particularly through that mossy section, just had to be careful because it was pretty damp, but it's very rocky. Careful steps. Right, well already I've taken a wrong turn, come to a dead end. Just dropped my hiking stick here, so maybe I was distracted. Yeah, I was. Went left instead of right. Gee, it's a big creek. Got to cross up here somewhere. Ah, look at this little footbridge. Cool. Well, there you go. I wasn't expecting that. Pelion's a good guide. It's kind of over there on your left hand shoulder, so that kind of points to down the valley where we're heading. I reckon somehow we've got to get over this or around, and then it's kind of tracking just gently downhill to Lake Argyl. Pretty much halfway point here, it's about 5.5k. So I've just been walking up this open little section on the planks. Oh, look at all these peaks coming into view. Wow. No snow. No. It's all melted away by now. It has been nearly a week, I guess. It's a bit dark and lonely in that mossy kind of section, so it's good to be out here in the sunlight and the planks. So many skinks around. Just every second or third step I'm almost treading on them. They're all out enjoying the sun. Wow, look at this. There's another big bridge crossing. God knows. Hasn't been much on offer in terms of views the past 20 minutes, half hour, just going through that bushy kind of track that we just popped out, and well, I can't right here, but Pelion East comes into view. I'm going to take a breather here, have my lunch. It's midday. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Surprising, I've been all on my own so far today, so it's about 12:30-ish. I know there was about 5 or 6 people back at the trailhead who were just about to take off after me. But I haven't seen anybody heading back out, although first day of the long weekend, everybody is just heading in rather than out. Well into the 8th kilometre now. Must be the regular lunch spot. Now I reckon there's just a glimpse over there of the outer edge of Oakley. Can't be that far from the lake, surely. All the rocky type track just seems to have gone. Now we're on this free flowing dirt and tree roots, so making good progress. We're on the downhill slide now, so just in the valley floor, following this little stream. Yeah, and Oakley's kind of just off there in the distance out there to the right. Another face to Arm River Track yet again. We've got all these different kind of, from the zigzags uphill, the mossy sections, the rocky sections. Ah, there's the lake. There you go. This kind of little open valley. Gee, it looks like a big one. pretty is that? Lake Argyl, Mount Oakley, that little peak over there. So about a couple K to go or so. Oh, it's been a good day. Weather's holding out, so yeah. It's ticking all the boxes at the moment. River Track, it's a beauty. What's this? In the middle of nowhere. That's a bit random, having it 9k in from the start of the hike and a couple K from the hut. Anyway, whatever floats their boat. The question of where to pitch the tent tonight. So, well, obviously I'm not going to be in the hut. I'll leave that for the overlanders. I might just see if there's room on that little tent platform where we normally park our tent. More kind of camping options near the lake, but still good 500 metres or so to go. I got my head taken off back there by an errant tree branch. Definitely in need of some bit of anybody from Wildcares watching. The run into New Pelion Hut from the River Track side, it's very similar to when you come in via the opposite direction on the Overland Track from coming up from Frog Flats, where it's just kind of cruising along this valley floor, slowly getting closer and closer. Gee, what a luxury having these planks. For me, that's Mount Ossa. It's just got that shape about it, particularly that left-hand kind of part. No snow up there either. So this is dragging on a little. Everything I read said 11k one way. Strava tells me I've done 11.3, just under 12. What's going on there? Yeah. It's been an enjoyable day. Pelion West, far out, what an absolute monster that is. Just, oof, big climb. So we've got another bridge coming up here. I think this is that one you often see. Mount Oakley. Yeah, that's definitely Ossa over there. Wow, it's got everything. Oakley, Pelion West, Mount Ossa. What a spot. Jeez, look at this guy go. He's running to Mount Oakley. Some people have got too much energy. Now let's check out this bridge. One person. there's the old Pelion Hut over there. Oh, we're getting excited now. There it is, new Pelion Hut. Woohoo! Gee, it's well hidden. You know, you're on it until you're right on it. So it's 1:30. I started about 9:30, so about 4 hours elapsed. I did have about 20 minutes there for lunch, so I'd say about 3.5 hours or so walking time. It's not too bad. So there's plenty of people here already. It's only 1:30. G'day, how you doing? Good. Somebody vacuuming. I'll just breeze straight on through. Let's just go set up camp first of all, and I can relax for the afternoon if there's room. Wow, full house. Alright, well this will do. I have to say it's long weekend traffic surely. Never seen this many tents here before. Nice little spotty. Alrighty then, we're all set up. Ready to go for tonight. That didn't take long, only 10 minutes or so. Nice little sheltered spot here. I'm looking up at Oakley, so I'll just go back down the river and have some snacks. It's got to be one of the best comforting views here at New Pelion. Yeah, we'll have a peek. I've often seen this online, this bridge, and thought it's miles and miles away, but it's only 5 minutes from the hut. And the big guided groups, they always shuffle their clientele out here, we've noticed, every time we're on the Overland. So fossils are somewhere around here. Let's see if we can find them. There you go. First rock I picked up. There's it's a hint of a fossil. I'll never make a geologist. Be pot luck, wouldn't it? Trying to find a fossil here. It doesn't get washed away on a flood. Beautiful spot though. Oh yeah, let's go say hello to my little buddy, Mr. Helipad. I didn't realise it, but it was just almost maybe a week from now, 6 years ago. So coming up to the 6-year anniversary of Jumping in Westpac rescue helicopter from here. Oof. Still brings back the emotions. Oh, there's Bum Bluff. Very special spot. So, public 3-day long weekends in Tassie. Seems like everybody comes to New Pelion. I have never seen so many tents here, just having a good chat to the ranger. Saying, "Whoa, I've never seen so many tents." And he said, "Mate, this is nothing." Christmas time I had upwards of 100 people here. I reckon. Oh, I don't know. The hut's apparently chockers. Whatever that sleeps. It's a full, at least 30, 40 in there maybe, if not more. Plus another 20 or 30 tenting. So there's a lot of people who come in from the Arm River. There were half a dozen or so behind me. People have just been trickling in all afternoon. Chocolate block. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of night sleep we all get. They will snore, I will snore back. It'll be on for young and old. First wombat of the weekend. Let's see if he hangs around. He'll bolt in a sec. Hey buddy. Oh, you're a nice big healthy fella. Oh, having a big yawn. They blend in so well. So I had a bit of a nana nap there. Oops. Quite nice. Oh. Hello, buddy. Go on. Six o'clock. I lost about an hour or so there, I think, snoozing in the afternoon sun. So I'm just going to have a quick stroll over to see the old Pelion Hut. Kind of helped with my nana nap, got a little bit of energy now. Let all the kerfuffle at the camping site, everybody's pitching their tent and having their dinner. I'm all done. Pretty cool old hut this. Knock knock. See much obviously, but in terms of the old huts around, this is a good one. If you had to, it would almost be tempting for everybody to turn up late to come camp here, because there's zero room back at the main campsite. Yeah, it sure is deep in there, but it's the creek just down from the old Pelion Hut. I ain't going in, too friggin' cold. After this would be snow melt from during the week. It's actually a good view of where you come from over here at New Pelion. If you come in via Arm River, so Oakley, it just kind of peters out the more east kind of direction it goes, and you can see Pillinger, the little spike, and where the two kind of converge, that's kind of where we took that gentle kind of downhill round kind of loop. Sure is getting cold, late afternoon, so time to head back for my hot chocolate from the helipad. Jesus, those toilets stink. Thank goodness there's a new one going in. That's enough for day one of our Arm River Track trip. 7:30. It's getting real cold real quick, and we just had a passing shower, so we might get a little bit damp tonight. And cold. Yeah, time to hit the hay. Morning. Start of our second day here on the Arm River Overland Track, New Pelion Hut. Gee, people are slow to get up this morning. It's about 7:30 and hardly anybody's up. It's a bit unusual. Lots of blue sky. How good's that? We had a very light pattering of rain overnight. Let's just do a quick walkthrough so you can see all the tents and all the colour. So I'm just over near the Ranger Hut, walking down towards the main hut itself. Everybody's sleeping, so I'll just be quiet. That's my tent. There's all the campers. So it's just the campers who were slow to get up this morning. Plenty of activity in the hut. Big bunch of people heading off. They've got a good day to go for Ossa or Pelion East. But it is cool, mighty cool. I'll be hovering very low single digits. It's just nice to hang, do nothing for a while. I'm in no rush, given it only took about 4 or so hours to walk in. How do I know what the train's like? It's a very cruisy day for me. I can hang around here for a couple hours or so. Having brekkie in the hut.
I'm not sure.
Rightio, 9:30. Absolute pearler of a day. So we'll say goodbye to our friend, new Pelion Hut. See you next time, buddy. River Track in reverse. So, given it's a cracking day, we know what the terrain is like, and it's a non-event. Just going to kick in the clutch today and just cruise back. It's nice yesterday, kind of still feel like I had that work rush mentality, so I kind of covered off a lot with the bridge, the helipad, the old Pelion Hut, nano nap. So today there's nothing really. I might go over poke around the lake, see where this camping area is. Public service announcement. Michelle and Brooke, lovely to meet you both. It's always nice to bump into somebody who's familiar with our Two in Tasmania channel. Actually, I think that might be you two over there doing yoga. I'll be sure to look up your channel. Tassie Girl, I believe. Go check it out. It's pretty cool when you meet people out in the middle of nowhere who go, "Hey, are you that guy?" And a selfie as well. Thanks, guys. It's a big place, the Tassie bush, but sometimes it's not so big. We're all one big happy community. Very much a tale of two worlds. So all the people that were in the hut, they're clearly the overlanders, gone, all gone. But all the people who are tenting, they seem to be all the one. Well, I guess there's a few there who are having a rest day, but vast majority were river trackers, taking advantage of the long weekend. Now that I know, river track's nothing, definitely got to do that. Just come back for a long weekend, a 3-day trip, or do your Oakleys or Rosses, or just a day here to do nothing. It's a spot to do it. Ooh. That's the turn off to Mount Oakley, so that's for another day. 4k up, 4k back. Day for it. Oh, look at that, also up in cloud. So that little one to the left is Doris. On to the right, it's obviously Offa. Let's see. Yeah, just the whole of us is under cloud. Hopefully that'll burn off for those that are climbing it. How often do you get conditions like this? It's going to be a warm one. So about 20 or so minutes on. This is, if you need a camping spot there. The lake is just there. Still keeping an eye out to see if there's any kind of noticeable trail or pad to get me down to the lake's edge. I did zero research on this, so we'll see what we can find. There you go, there's the first tent. So it's about the real boggy patch there. Maybe they've just, I won't go pry on their privacy. Just had a nice chat with the guy doing a day walk, so he wasn't sure either about any little trails heading off to the lake's edge, so persevere. I'm trying to give a sense of what the track's like, so it's a little bit overgrown in places, but we're not talking bush bashing by any means. Lots of little critters out today as well. "50 minutes, about 3k done." So it's at that little sign in intention box. Now I just met a couple who said that they, somewhere down there, let's just go over and poke it. Let's see how many. Three, 7, 13, 15, 19, 21 after me, who at least signed in. Most of them going for Ossa. There you go. So, what can we find? What a spot though. Cracking. There's a reasonable kind of firm area to camp. This is the spot to do it. Look at that view. Just park my pack here on the rock and then go for a wander. So there's my pack. Little spot here. Right at the very, this be the eastern edge of the lake. There's a firmer spot here. That one down there's a bit mushy. Faint little trail back to that hard spot. Yeah, well, there you go. So that first or final, the 4k or so from New Pelion, it's pretty much just all on planking. It's very quick and easy. We smash that out in an hour. Now we're just kind of gently making our way uphill. Let's have a breather here. Jesus, the size of some of these trees. Just, wow. I noticed on the drive in, just where you turn off onto the dirt at the river interpretation, Santa kind of area, from that point onwards, a bit of logging going on, far out. The size of some of those barrels that they've got laying on the floor ready for pickup and wood chipping. It's just disgusting. The age of some of those trees, far out, hundreds of years easily. I know the sign's up saying it's a working forest, and yeah, we all need timber, but where do you stop? Thankfully, places like this, just hope the GoPro picks up just how green it is in here with the moss. It is everywhere. This is why you got to protect it. Stick to your pine plantations. Leave the old growth alone. It's definitely noticeable coming back the other way. just gently uphill, nothing drastic, but yesterday obviously gently downhill. But the reverse is going down the zigzags, we'll be flying down that way. So it's kind of coming in, you slow at the start and then you kind of pick up as you head down, and then backwards obviously. A little bit slower heading up to that Pelion kind of turn off area. And out we pop. Gee, that was a good little slog. Half hour just gnawing away uphill. It's Pelion. So we're just on that little kind of, I guess the high point. That little saddle to take us up to that little short little plateau. There's that cool little bridge again. There's the Pelion track turn off. Little discreet tags. Alright, so we'll just mosey on over to Lake Price and have our lunch. On the downhill stretch now, so lunch at Lake Price done and dusted. So that's 3 hours to get to there. Probably about another hour ago, which is in par with yesterday. It took about 4 hours to get in. Busy on the track today. County's up to 14 people. So it's just as busy, going to be just as busy at New Pelion, I reckon, tonight as it was last night. Kind of making our way back across now that little final little plateau kind of flattish terrain before we hit the zigzags to drop off. One final look at Pelion, on the backside of Pelion before we now top of the zigzags basically now, so it's going to plummet down off and go. Stop at that little waterfall, I reckon. Have a quick break there. pretty much at the end of my 2-day River Track hiking adventure. So what a track. Gee, I'm glad I've done that end to end now. That is a really enjoyable walk. Okay, you got that steep, sharp, zigzag section, but it's at the start of day one, so you got full energy reserve, and then from there onwards, cruising. Coming back today, you can certainly feel that incline just kind of gnawing away. And then I actually find going downhill, particularly at the end of a hike, a little bit tiresome. But that aside, yeah, really enjoyable. And definitely heading back to do more, turn it into like 3-4 day kind of short trips, so I can do Ossa and Oakley and those kind of little summits, which a lot of people today who hiked in yesterday were doing. They were having 2 nights so they could get a peek in. Lucked out. I was just chatting to a couple of people, and they were saying, it's like, gee, we're lucky it's like this, not last week. This time last week it was practically just about to start snowing, 100 km/h winds, you know, one of those real Antarctic little bursts. So an absolute cracker of a walk. Tick another one off the list. River Track. Done. Woohoo! We are done. Put some numbers on it. So according to my tracking, it's only the mobile, Strava on the mobile, so not the most accurate, but 13k each way, 4 hours going in, and about 4.5, 4:45 heading back out. So I did kind of hit the cruise button on the way out, but yeah, roughly 4 hours each way, 13k, solid effort. So thanks for watching, coming along for the ride. Hope it's showing you what the River Track's all about, at least through my little backwards world. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, or leave a comment. I like interacting with everybody, so yeah, hope to see you next time. Maybe somewhere out there. Jesus, look at the size of that. It's got to stop.